we were talking about something, and
Hmm.
I just need us to quickly go back to it.
Yeah.
And learning, new behavior. You're learning new behavior to make way for self development,
Yeah.
for being the better version of yourself. Because a lot of the times when we talk about New Year's resolutions, or when we talk about our new dreams and the things that we want to achieve, we focus on the materialistic things, the
Yeah.
tangible things, and we don't really look into the physical. I mean, the personal, the within, the inward parts of things.
Yeah.
And it's very dangerous to do that.
It
We
is.
we've established that it's very dangerous because, for example, like I said earlier, you'll have this dream, to run the biggest media company or be a part of the biggest media company.
Hmm.
But you know for a fact that you are a rude person.
Yeah.
So no one is going to want to do interviews with you. No one's
Hmm.
going to want to work with you because
Yeah.
you are very rude. So, how
Mm.
about you say this year, one of my resolutions is just be the better version of myself?
Yeah.
Off air, we were speaking.
Mm.
We were speaking about people that are really talented, but
But
man, they're
extreme.
douchebags.
It's a
They're
problem.
douchebags. Now you're an event promoter, you're a marketer for this place, and you could put in a word or two for
Mm.
somebody, but
Yeah.
they're a douchebag.
That's the
So
thing.
how do you do that?
And now you get to think now as the promoter or somebody
Mm,
else, even now I'm in my positions that I'm in,
yeah.
remember, okay, I can refer someone
Mm,
to maybe they need something, the
yeah.
company needs something, like I can
Yeah.
refer this guy. But then again you think, man, they're rude. So now
Yeah.
even my reputation is on the line. You understand that, okay, the guy you referred me to,
Yeah.
hey, no man. So we need to understand that your toxic
Yeah.
characteristics, they're actually closing doors
Yeah.
for you. So it's
They're standing
important
in
that
your
these,
way.
you could,
It's not enough for you to be talented or
exa-
to be business smart.
not at all,
Yeah.
not at all. You understand, you could be talented, you could be business smart,
Yeah.
the best thinker in the world,
Yeah.
but the problem is you are not a good human being.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And you need to remember that you're working with other human beings. It's the same thing with jobs, right? Good language you good to, okay guys, when there are posts where you work, come on, refer your friends, or just suggest your friends so they can get jobs. Sometimes it's not because
Yeah.
somebody doesn't want you there, but they know that,
Yeah.
hey, as soon as efika siyamazi uyathukisa. You understand? Now kuzajonga ukuthi asanda le out yakho ifike iyasithukisa apha ofisini,
Yeah.
he's rude to clients. So you get to realize that it's not because people don't want you in
Yeah.
certain positions or people don't want to help you. You are not helping yourself by being rude to people.
Mm.
You're not
By being a
helping.
douchebag.
Exactly. So we need to judge
Yeah.
ourselves this year. We need to sit down with ourselves and say, okay, mamela, kudala kukhalazo about this, Asanda.
Yeah.
People have been complaining, "Uyajama mfondini."
Mm.
Try and fix that. You
Yeah.
understand? You have nothing to lose. Instead, you have everything to gain.
And also, besides people complaining, your dreams are complaining.
Mm,
Your hopes, your goals,
yeah.
they're stagnant because you have these bad,
Mm,
bad and toxic personal behaviors or habits that are
yeah.
holding you back from being the best version of yourself.
Mm,
You're losing friends. Not because they're bad people, not because you're a bad person either, but because you have toxic habits
mm,
and toxic traits that enable toxicity, and therefore
yeah.
people won't stay for that. They will leave you. You're losing lovers, you're hurting
Yeah.
people because of these toxic traits that you have. And remember, it doesn't make you a bad person.
It
Like, personally,
doesn't.
I know I'm not a bad person, but I
Yeah.
fall short at many um departments in my life.
Mm,
It doesn't make me a bad person. I know personally at school I used to be late. I used to be late. And I was a good student. I was a
mm,
prefect. And they always shouted me, why are you late? But
yeah.
like, but an emotional school, no, it's a personal habit because you missed, you
Yeah.
missed a assembly. Why did you miss that? The important announcements, and
And you were not there.
you were not there, right? So you're gonna miss a lot of things in life because of those bad habits. You're going to miss out on
Mm,
relationships, on friendships, on deals, on just being the best version of yourself. And you don't want that.
not at all. Not at
You
all.
don't want that. So be so intentional and so conscious about removing all the clutter that is in your life right now, that's holding you hostage and that is holding you back from becoming the best you. Start by unlearning
Yeah.
a few things, you know. And some things are so subtle that they don't really affect your relationships or your interactions in any way.
Yeah.
Zinto nje that are just there. You don't want to have izinto that are just there
Mm,
taking up space in your life.
not at
Remove
all.
those.
Remove
You
those.
know, personally, I know that a lot of the times not receiving gifts is not a bad thing,
Yeah.
because like Andy, her team do,
Mm,
guys, I just don't like gifts. I'm
mm.
not gonna tell you when my birthday is because I don't
You
want you
don't
to
want
gift me,
gifts. Yeah.
right? It's not necessarily a bad thing. I didn't kill anybody. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily toxic, but it's not a good
It's
habit
not a
because
good
it's
habit.
limiting the expression of love. Some people
Exactly.
express love,
That's
right?
their love
Through
language.
gifting.
Yeah.
Now I'm limiting, my partner, I'm limiting my friends from being able to give me their best,
Mm,
expression of love
yeah.
because I'm not receiving gifts. So it's very important to be intentional about the
Mm.
personal habits that you keep for yourself.
And I think another thing is we need to get rid of the excuses.
Mm.
I've always heard, "Kuthwa, you are Fuzuban." I'm like, no, no, no. You are your own
Fuzil, it's
person. You're not a Fuzi.
generational.
You understand? You
That's what my mom
choose.
says.
And it's not even like that. You choose. But okay, I wanna. Well, this is what I want to do. Libdala. Yeah.
Mm,
Yes, I know Ban used to do this in Twan, but it doesn't have to be like
mm,
that. You understand? So we need to make sure that we get rid of the excuses of okay, Ufuzuban. And there's
mm.
something else that people and they abuse this.
Yeah,
Everybody has traumas,
yeah.
but there are people who abuse their
Mm, they're not.
traumas.
They're not. They're not a ticket
Mm,
uh, to you being a douchebag.
yeah.
Good to hurt people, hurt others. That's not an excuse.
It's not.
And
We've all been hurt.
personally, yo man, I know that. And it may be hard, yes. We're
Mm,
not saying it's easy. You can't always control it, but you need to learn. We're not saying control everything. We're
no,
saying
no.
learn
Learn.
to be
That's it.
better with it in place.
Exactly.
I have traumas of my own. But I'm learning to be
Mm,
the better version of myself. I'm not going to allow the traumas to dictate how I go on about life. I'm no. Don't don't
yeah.
don't be that person.
We shouldn't really.
Be better. Don't be that person. Work on those things. Mental health. And I don't wanna say anything crazy or anything. I don't want to invalidate
Mm,
or dismiss your lived experiences. No,
yeah,
but what I'm
but
saying is mental health is not your mental illness, actually. Yeah, because mental
yeah,
health is another
that's
thing. Sorry,
different.
Eco. Mental illness is not the bar, it's not the limit.
Yeah.
You're not going to be excused for
Mm,
your trashy and your toxic behavior
yeah.
because you have depression, baby girl, baby boy. No,
Mm,
it's not
it's
going to
not
work
like
like
that.
that. It's not a reason for you to be manipulative.
Mm,
It's not a reason for you to not take accountability.
yeah.
No, this year, if there's anything we have in common and that we all should have in common, is just being the better
Yeah.
versions of ourselves. Like, if our nazas or visions, our nazas or goals, our nazas, it's okay. The most important one should be personal
Personal
development,
development.
self
Yeah.
development,
Mm,
because in self development, that's where even your goals will come,
exactly.
out, because now I've been developed, I've
Exactly.
awakened all my positive senses, I've awakened,
Mm,
obuhle ke ngoku, and that's where obuhle is going to come in and say, hey man, I'm dreaming now. I'm going to
mm,
start to dream. I'm going,
yeah.
so
And even your interactions with people
yes,
will change.
yeah,
People will start to want to invite you to places now, because sometimes we don't get invited to places not because we're not fun or we're not being loved,
mm,
but you think of okay, if I take Asanda with
yeah,
and then we'll go, my other group of friends will be there,
yeah,
Asanda is not going to gel well with them.
yeah,
Maybe he might end up being in a fight.
yeah.
You understand? So now you get that you don't get invited places because kuyaziwa lona wazi once
Injubaqa,
sihambe uyalwa.
injubaqa,
You understand?
actually.
And then now those are that you're not putting us on. No, I want to put you on, but you're not putting
Yeah.
yourself on because if I expose you to my contacts, it will come back and bite me.
Yeah. And then you'll say, I cut me off in the next year. Of course, I'm going to cut you off. Like,
Yeah,
literally,
you
like,
dead
I'm going to
right.
cut you off.
Mm,
We had people be like, hey, uh, you know what, and they cut it off. They cut it off. It's okay, bro. People will cut you off.
People will cut you
You
off.
know, if you don't work on yourself.
Mm.
You know, rather you cut me off and desires, but hey man, I was good.
Yeah,
You know,
I worked on myself.
I
I
was good.
tried.
You're cutting me off because it's not working out. That's another thing. You know, I realize
Mm.
that sometimes things just don't work out.
They don't.
Okay, they don't work out.
And it's okay.
It's okay. Not because you're bad people or because
Not at
Guteni,
all.
it's just not the
It
right
didn't
time.
work out.
You know, and that's another thing we need to be aware of this
Mm.
year is being able to discern.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's
True.
another important thing for self development. The ability to discern, that's
Mm.
most important. Being able to discern, guys, because you'll then be aware of the toxic traits that you have that are enabling you or like inhabiting you from being the best version of yourself. If you are able to open your eyes and be like, okay, be honest with yourself. That's what
Yeah.
discerning is: being open to seeing, being honest, and
Mm.
being transparent with the things around you, with yourself, so that you can be able to see through things.
Yeah.
Be able to discern. Be able to discern. But hey, now, kuyamoshakala asanda.
Mm.
I say andisenguye la
Nsenguyela
asanda.
Asanda. Makes
Kuyamoshakala.
sense. Yeah.
Change. Do something about it.
And just one more thing from my side. We need to stop gaslighting people, and then when they react, we play the victim
Yeah.
card. Can we stop
Let's
doing
not do
that?
that. Let's
I've
not do that.
seen that on TV.
Let's
I've
not
seen
do
that on
that.
social media. I've seen it in real life, where
And there's
people.
a thin line between gaslighting. Sometimes you don't even know you're gaslighting, you
Mm,
know. And the reason why, sorry to cut you,
yeah,
and the reason why you don't know is because you're not be honest with
be honest with
yourself,
yourself.
you know. Be honest with yourself. Be able to be uncomfortable with yourself, because we gaslight
Mm,
um running away from accountability.
yeah.
Like gaslighter, someone will never just gaslight you. They're always running away from accountability, because
Mm,
accountability is ugly. It will show you the ugly truth. It will show you what what you're uncomfortable with.
uncomfortable
Yeah,
with. Yeah.
don't gaslight. Ooh,
Don't. It's not good, man. It's really
yeah,
not. And I think, yeah, from my side,
that's
that's
it.
it.
Yeah,
That's it from my side.
you're
It's
flawed, guys. That's
been a
another
great
thing.
day.
I realize that gaslighting comes from the fact that we don't want to accept that we are flawed human beings. We think that being a flawed human being makes you a bad person. And again,
Doesn't.
we are complex human being. You can
Mm,
be a good person while also having bad and toxic traits.
yes.
You can work on them. That's what makes you a good
Mm,
person. It's you
you're
willing to
working
work
on
on your flaws
it. Yeah.
and not allowing your flaws to dictate how you
Mm,
go on about life. You become a bad person when you know, man, you've got these bad flaws, these toxic flaws, but you are
mm,
still adamant to go on about life with those flaws. Now that's when you
that.
become
True.
a shitty person, when
Mm,
you don't want to change. When you want to change and when you know you're wrong and you want to repent and you want to change, all right.
mm,
You know, you're on the
definitely.
right path.
Definitely.
Ndiyayazi ukuba into erongo, so I'll reform. I'll do
Mm,
better next time.
yeah.
That makes you a better person, right? So
And
yeah,
chances are people are actually willing to forgive
yeah.
and to help you out.
Mm.
You just need first when to forgive
It's
yourself.
like
To,
umntu akho nto ecaphukisayo umntu akuqhele kakuba ngathi uxolo ne.
mm. And they expect you about to be right now, bongomso. And then long correct. Don't hold grudges.
You
Hey, I will
unegra
hold them. I will, Shem, with both hands. I will hold the grudges because you didn't apologize.
you know, so and ubuzogqitha kulaa nto because you have other things to do, Asanda.
Exactly.
You have a lot in
Mm,
your plate. You don't have time for that. If I had just said, I am really sorry, Asanda,
mm.
for hurting you, for doing this to you, it was
Yes.
disrespectful, luxolo, you move. Awuzohlala kuloo nto, Asanda. You have a lot of
That
things to do.
I'm telling you, just apologize, guys. And if I've hurt somebody, I'm really sorry.
Ah, funa uqala unyaka omtsha.
Ask
Hey,
Olunya
hey, hey,
Komsha,
hey,
if I hurt
hey.
you last year, I'm really sorry. You
Text
can text
me
me,
and
please
we'll talk
call me.
about it.
Yes, we'll
We'll
talk
talk
about it.
about it. I
Now,
like
if
that.
I've hurt you last year, I'm talking to you now. If I've
Mhm.
hurt you, I'm sorry. Have I ever hurt you?
No. Have
Mm,
I hurt you?
not at all. I
Okay.
don't think you have the ability to hurt somebody.
Okay. Man, don't say that. Like I said, we're super complex human beings. We are flawed. And sometimes in our hurting people, it's not always intentional.
Mm,
You know, not a lot of things are not always intentional because of the intention. My intention may have been to, but that's not how you receive it, because it's like when you say something, Mdwini, when I say I love you, I may not receive it as Asanda loves me. I may receive it, whoa, what does Asanda want from me? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
True.
Oh, when someone said they love you, they raped you. So now,
Mm.
you don't know how to receive that.
Makes
So
sense.
it's complex. Life
It
is
is.
complex. So
It is.
you can hurt someone intentionally and
Mm.
unintentionally. Like I know there are people that I've hurt in the past year, friends that I've hurt
Mm.
unintentionally, because mine was to just mind my own to disappear and
Yeah.
just not be active on social media. But then
Ooh.
I forgot that at the receiving end, there are
Yeah.
people who had expectations of me, and I had drawn boundaries. Zobana, I communicate things. So when I decide to do is differently,
Mm.
it kills the safe environment that I had created initially. So
Makes
now
sense.
Obuhle doesn't like me, this
But
and
it's
this.
not even
And
like
for me, it's
that.
like I'm disappearing. And I remember
Mm.
when my friend told me that, I was like, I would too. Why must I
Mm.
ask for permission? And then I
Yeah.
forgot that actually it's bigger than
It
myself.
is.
It's much more. So it was not intentional, but I ended up breaking the trust of a friend
Mm.
because they don't know ubana kwenzeke ntoni. And I know their history, I know their traumas, that
Yeah.
they've been ghosted quite a lot. So ngoku, whoa, Obuhle is ghosting,
Okay.
Kanti
Yeah.
mna,
A
it was,
lot makes sense now.
it's a lot of things. So they're unintentional, and we end up harming people, and unfortunately we'll always be the villain in someone else's story.
If that has happened to you and somebody has hurt you
Yeah.
unintentionally, please speak up. Please speak to
Yeah.
them. Like my man, when you disappeared, I didn't take it
Yeah.
the way that you thought I'd take it. So they can actually apologize, you understand, and you can fix things. Because I don't like Lando Yoba one, but there's tension and
Yeah.
everything because there are unresolved issues.
Yeah. And if you
We
don't want to talk about it, it's also
It's also
okay.
okay. It's
Protect your
cool.
peace at whatever cost. But if you don't want to talk, just know about you've buried that,
Yeah.
and you're not trying to resurface toxic things. Yeah, kilale,
Yeah.
uthule, move forward. That's basically it. Life hack. Life hack.
Life
Just small
hack.
things to go on about your year. You can revisit this video and learn how not to be a douchebag,
I
really.
will. I'm going to
Yeah.
revisit it because
Be
I
better,
learned
do
a
better.
lot today. I really did. And I
That's good.
got two New Year's resolutions added to my list from this show. So I'm happy about that.
That's good. Thank you so much, guys. You can catch us on our personal pages. Oh my God, I'm not on social media currently. I'm only on Instagram. It is baby.sihu. Yeah, that's where you can find me, really.
Now, for me, it's the same. Asanda
Okay.
Makaga, and then everywhere else, it's the modern clever. I've
The
changed it
modern
now. It's
clever.
the modern
Hello,
clever
hello,
himself.
hello.
You owe
Ooh.
me bells and everything. Yeah, you owe
Hey
me
man,
shit.
hey, it's a new year.
Nah.
We haven't been here in a while,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
yeah,
still
yeah.
need to settle down.
But I think we kicked the year
Yeah,
off great.
great.
Yeah, we did.
It's good. We're gonna be better people this year.
Yeah, definitely. And better content.